What's up, everybody? Garrett Rummel here with Duty to Train. It's been, I don't know, like 7, 8 days since I've done a video, and I was on vacation. And I went to do them on vacation. I kind of just got away from me, and I started not doing it, and got into kind of like a bad rhythm. Kind of ate like crap. But what I did do is I had a really good time with my family, and I was super present, and it was awesome. It was like a really good recharge for me. I went skiing with my son. My son learned how to ski this vacation, like legit skied. Him and I skied at the mountain that I grew up at, Mount Sunapee, and literally went down like one of the big hills with my 6-year-old son. It was his second day skiing, and he went down like one of like the legit hills. And so to say that I had a great time would be an understatement. It was a really, really great experience, and honestly, one of like those memories that I'll remember forever. So, don't really regret not doing videos. I wish I had kind of been a little bit better. I need to get better about sticking with my rhythms and my habits, even when I'm off on vacation, because I am like my best self when I'm doing those things. And so I need to make sure that I'm like, locked and doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, even when I'm out having fun. Because if I stick with my habits, then I'll have like more fun because I'm like my best self. So I'm like the best dad, I'm the best husband. But I guess I just don't really regret it because I had such a good time with my kids and we had so much fun and I enjoyed it so much and I relaxed like a ton with my wife. It was just a good time. So that being said, my plan going forward, and I've thought about doing this a couple times in the past, but I'm going to split up my kind of bettering myself channel and my gun training channel. So I'm going to keep Duty to Train, my gun training channel, this one, and then I'm going to create another one that is all about kind of bettering myself, doing that kind of thing. And I think the reason why is because they don't really overlap at all. And I think it's kind of confusing to people who are listening, that I think it's confusing to be like, oh, here's a bettering yourself video, here's a gun training video. This doesn't really make any sense. So I'm going to split them up. I do think that because one of the things is I haven't gotten any traction on my Duty to Train business, and I haven't really advertised it. So that's kind of hopeful in one way because if you create a website, people don't just come to your website, right? You have to advertise, you have to get your name out there, you have to figure out a way to get people to know who you are. And I think that honestly, I think the world is like kind of going hell in a handbasket right now. I actually am a little bit hopeful, and this is like a video for a totally different discussion about, frankly, why people need guns, but why I think that we're going to be okay in the end. And I've kind of gone back and forth about this, but I do think that we're coming up on a time in history when a lot of people are going to want guns, and I think I am poised to like help a lot of people. And so, even though I haven't gotten like overnight success with my business, I do not think that it is a failure. I do not think that it's because my system doesn't work. I think it's just because I haven't marketed it correctly. And because I know that this is, I mean, if I had to give somebody one way to learn how to shoot a gun, like if I wasn't there to teach them in person, I'd be like, take this course. This is the best way to learn. Go through it, even though it's like not the thing that I'm coming up against is it's not the most fun way to train. But I think a lot of people, and I'm targeting women more now, a lot of people are very nervous about going to the gun range, and it makes them nervous. And I just know that this is something that is going to be able to help potentially millions of people if I can market it correctly. And right now, we're not at a point where everybody really needs it. So I'm kind of like ironing out the kinks before it's like super necessary. But I do think that like we're coming up on a time in history where it's a little scary. And the thing is it doesn't matter if you're like a Democrat or liberal or like whatever, or Democrat or Republican. I meant like a lot of people are scared about the future of the country. And I think that my business is poised to help people feel safer. So if I can get that message out through like social media, YouTube, basically just that like pistol training is really easy, and it is, right? To become the world's best biker, you have to like dedicate your whole life to biking to win the Tour de France. But if you just want to learn how to bike, it's pretty easy, right? And gun training is no different. So I need to keep like laser focused on my Duty to Train channel, I think, in pushing that message that pistol training is easy, and my channel and my business are going to show you how. And if you want to learn how to be a good pistol shooter, you want to defend yourself, this is how you do it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to have another channel that I'm actually just going to turn like my Instagram page into this, like my personal Instagram page. I'm just going to turn it into a kind of bettering myself Instagram page, because I already have like 280 followers, so I might as well just turn that page into a I might even just leave it like Live Free for Faye. I think that's what it stands for. No, it's Fit for Faye right now, which wouldn't make sense. But I don't know. I have to name it something. But I already have a bunch of followers on there, so I might as well just like run with that instead of starting from nil. And I don't really use that page anyway. And when I'm like bettering myself or whatever, I could still have it be like my personal page, because it basically is like my bettering myself videos are basically like my own personal story. About like what I'm doing every day to be the best me that I can be, which is kind of a cool thing to put on Instagram, on your own personal page anyway. So whatever. And yeah, that's the plan. So I'm gonna start doing Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'm gonna do gun training videos. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. I'm gonna do Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. I'm gonna do bettering myself videos. And then Sundays is going to be like family, religion, stuff like that. So, yeah, one of the things, I follow this guy on Twitter/X, and his name's like Andrew Gedzaki, I think. And one of the things he says is, like 99% of startups are not an overnight success. Like you have to keep grinding. And I feel like this is kind of what he means. Like I haven't found overnight success. I've had a lot of struggles, but I believe in my product. I really, really do. And I just have to figure out the best way to do that. And like right now, I've figured out like 20 different ways to fail, right? But kind of like, Thomas Edison, I think, in the light bulb, right? He figured out like 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. And I'm kind of doing the same thing with like my gun training. Like I'm figuring out lots of ways how not to sell gun training. Like, okay, lesson learned, and but I'm not giving up, which is kind of cool, because usually I would in the past, and I'm not going to. So, yeah, I'm going to split up my channels. I'm gonna make my personal channel. I don't know. I have to come up with a name. That'll be fun. And then, I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with like a little mini website too. I'm not really selling anything though, so I don't know. And then, yeah, gun training videos, slash kind of talking about how easy it is to become a good shooter, and the other videos. So it is not easy, or it is not hard to learn how to shoot a pistol. It's so easy, and people think it's hard, and it's just not. So one of the things I was thinking about though is maybe doing like in-person classes, like in a home, like market that somehow, kind of just like on the side, like not anything, like I'm not gonna like really push it and advertise it super strong, but do like in-home courses or whatever. Like once I'm able to get Duty to Train off the ground and make it like a full-time gig, then maybe I'd be able to do like in-person classes in Maryland for people. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be like a huge demand where I'm at. That's one of the reasons I created Duty to Train. So I don't know. That's a whole other topic. But yeah, my vacation was awesome. Huge, awesome, cool reset and recharge. Kids learned how to ski, which has like honestly been a lifelong dream of mine, was to teach my kids how to ski. And I didn't actually personally teach my kids how to ski. My son took a lesson at Mount Sunapee, and this guy, Chris, shout out, he was just awesome. He taught my son how to ski in literally a day, and now my little boy can ski. So I'm really looking forward to all of the fun that we're going to have in the future, because we're definitely going to ski together, him and I. I have some trips planned for him and me coming up, and it'll be a blast. So until next time, I'm going to start doing these videos again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, guns, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, improvement/marriage, life, religion, etc. And until next time, stay safe, live free, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.